All right, so on our webpage, we have what we call a fill and go. Basically, you get a dumpster for 2 hours. We charge $175 for that service, and then we charge a the full load you get charged on for the weight. Now, some people, depending on the weight that you put in there, maybe it's not your best option. A lot of people like this though because it's 2 hours and you don't have a dumpster sitting on your driveway taking up space. And if you have everything preloaded and ready to go, it's just easy, you know, especially around Christmas time. Get those boxes out of your garage, throw them in that dumpster, and get on the road. But the reason we started the fill and goes, when I first started with the chassis, one of the things, with the wear and tear on the equipment, the chassis offloading it, and loading it, bringing it back on, lining it up perfectly, it took a lot of time. And my thought was, why don't I do something that's a little bit cheaper to where I don't have to offload these dumpsters. I can leave them on here. We can load them. I can help you load them. The faster I load them, it's my time too, right? So faster I load them, faster I can get out of there. Plus, when you help load, you can get good reviews. So we did these 2 hour fill and goes at the beginning. We do them anytime when we first started. You know, I should take that back a step. When we first started, we weren't doing them. And I just had the idea one day. I was driving along and talked to Charles and said, I think this is what we should do in order to get more business. So what's happened is, as we've done these fill and goes, very popular, we've had to limit the days, okay? Now, sometimes we'll expand the days because if we have newer drivers coming on board, they like it. They get good hours out of it. A lot of times they'll get good tips too, because people do appreciate that service. As of right now, we've limited the fill and goes to 1 day. We only do them on Wednesdays. If I hire another driver, we might expand that to Tuesdays and Thursdays, but it's a good filler for time. It's also a great way to get reviews, and then it's also a good way for us to get our name out there and get on and say, yeah, we have $175 dumpsters, because we do. Right now we only have them on Wednesdays because it's just so time consuming on doing these fill and goes, but they do pay for themselves. And when you charge by the pound, you're insured, you're not going to lose any money off of it. So if we goes beyond our 15-mile radius, we're still charging the mileage to do those runs, which actually we're charging $5 a mile. When you do a fill and go, we make more money off of that because you're only going out there one time. On a standard dumpster, we're going out there 2 times. So the fill and go works that way. It's just a matter of having the drivers freed up. In the summertime, I don't expect us to be able to do them other than from Wednesdays between 11 to 3. And we do them 11 to 3 because most of the time the guys are done by 11 o'clock, and you'll have a truck freed up that you can go do one with. But if you're starting off, if you're looking for extra revenue, or your truck's not being utilized like it should, because keep in mind, you're paying the same amount of insurance, the same truck payment, whether that truck's sitting or whether it's rolling. So if you keep that truck rolling, may not be the profit margins that you're looking for with a fill and go, but it is helping make those payments. Also, if you have a new driver and you're looking for work for them, keeps them busy too. Especially the younger guys, man, they like getting out there and being active, and the customers really appreciate it. My nephew does most of them for us now, and I'm gonna guess that probably 2 out of 5 times he does a fill and go, he'll get a tip out of it, you know, so he enjoys it. But I would strongly look into that. One of the things too that people have told us is, I know nobody else is doing this. I haven't seen anybody in the area who offers this service. This is great. So I would consider it if I were you, depending on how busy you are. If you're so busy that you can't do them, then don't. But if you're looking for another option for making cash or for helping make those truck payments and insurance payments, I would definitely look into it. So one of the things about the fill and go, I just want to clarify, is that we do not include labor. Sometimes drivers will jump out, they'll help load if they can. Sometimes we're so busy and we still want to honor the $175 rental. Sometimes we'll just set that dumpster there, go do another job, come back and grab that dumpster, and they've still had it for the 2 hours. A lot of times they'll have it for more than their 2 hours. And that brings up another point. Some places you can't really set a dumpster. Whether it's just not enough space. Some people have, homeowners, they can't do it because of their neighborhood association. The city, maybe they don't have a driveway. We've done several houses that don't have driveways. So in those situations, a fill and go is the only option. So if that's the only option, then guess who's going to get that business? Now, the other thing too that we've discussed in the past, and one of the reasons we keep the fill and goes on there, is because that $175 number, it gets more people to our webpage. More traffic to our webpage is better for us. It's going to lead to more clicks. So they may jump on there and they may say, I want the fill and go. I want the cheapest option you have. And then they get to looking and they say, well, it doesn't fit into my schedule. I'm not off on Wednesdays. I can only do it on Saturdays. So next thing is they're going to look and say, well, you got this dumpster, you got these 14 yards, you'll leave it for 3 days and I can load it at my convenience. I guess I'll just go ahead and go with that. So it leads to more traffic. Again, it was a staple when we first started, man. It really helped us get us through some hard times. I'd prefer scheduling. I don't even schedule them anymore because it becomes a real bear to schedule for us, trying to fit it in, who can do what. So we leave it on the web page. When people call and say, I want to fill and go, I tell them the only option is to go to the web page and book it. I can't override on those bookings because it just throws off our whole schedule. So what I tell them is we do offer it. It's a legitimate deal, but if you want it, you got to go on web page and you got to order it, and you're probably going to be 2 to 3 weeks out before you can actually get it. That also leads to people saying, I can't wait 2 to 3 weeks. I think I'll just order a 14-yarder now or a 20-yarder now. So all in all, the fill and go, I think, really helped us get on the map, get on Google Maps, and then it helped us rank, more clicks, cheaper dumpsters. You click the cheapest dumpsters near me, we're going to come up. And it's honest, we are the cheapest when you do $175 if you just look at it for that. You start throwing in the weight, and it's not really the cheapest, but it is according to Google, and it is according to people who want clicks. So that's how we handle that.